Hey, welcome. Good morning, by the way.
Good
Good,
morning.
blessful morning, right? Saturday. I was about to say Monday, dude. Let's not go there yet. My birthday is tomorrow, so come on. Let me enjoy this weekend. My
You'll be
birthday.
you'll be 21, right?
Ah,
There you
yeah.
go.
Look, that's why I shaved and got a new haircut and everything. I was like, I'm
21
21
forever. Happy birthday, brother.
forever. Isn't it funny because they're trying to work on that? That would be another topic for
There
another
we
show.
go. How to say young forever? That'd be a
Young
great
forever.
idea.
Guys, man, first show. The support, the support business network is coming to you, man. And I'm just blessed that I sat down with my friend Ken and we talked about it and we said, man, we were deciding what was gonna be the name of the show. And look at it. It became the support business network because we all have to support each other. So are here to support one another, all these small business owners, just like me and him, and bringing guests so we can Jack can ask the questions and he can bring up things that us and yourselves need to, kind of like, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. So that's why we created this, right, Ken?
Well, the idea was with any small business, they have questions and answers. There isn't a small business for dummies books. There's multiple books out there, just multiple things. But the most important thing is getting it from the people, getting it from people who actually have done this, who've had the struggles, who've gone through these headaches and building functions. Because that's our goal. Our goal is to provide a network of business owners who've gone through it all. And their goal is to help others who are either going to go through it or who want to go through it or who decide, should I even start a small business? And is this the right path for me? Because in today's world, you've got to be creative with what you're doing for your life. And the goal of this core of this podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it, is to support. And we're going to support local businesses. We're going to support local nonprofits. We're going to do some really unique things in the community. And I'm just happy to be a part of this. And I'm really excited about our first guest too, because uh, he is what he's doing is pretty powerful. And I know it's going to help a lot of small businesses. So, I'm looking forward to talking to him today and asking some questions that I actually had when I first met him.
And that's good because you've been knowing him for a while.
I have.
And
I
just
have.
that short of time that we connected and did the Zoom. I did the Zoom like on that little square thing that day.
Yeah.
I didn't show you. Yeah, and it was just that connection of building that relationship through the Zoom and learning each other. It's like, wow, this is gonna be powerful because he's the first, Mr. Wynn, man. He's the first one on the new show today, and for the more that are coming, I know we got two
We
more.
get so we the goal is, if you may know some people, we're going to have local business owners like Han Wynn. She actually owns Perfect Latte. So if you've been to her location, if you haven't, you go check it out. It's the best smoothie I ever had, some of the best coffee and some of the best pastries. But she has really done some powerful things in her life about community support, but also she has a retail establishment. She's gone through COVID. She's gone through this rebuilding phases. So she has great insight about what do I do as a retailer, as a brick and mortar store. We have another guest coming. Eddie Klein is a great friend of ours. I call him the water guy. He owns a location called Water Tree, and it's an amazing, alkaline magnesium water, because water is the core of what we do. We have to have a lot of water. We're like 80% water. I think I'm more air, as my wife says. Anyway, but he's going to talk about water and how it helps businesses in general and employees, but also he's a small business owner. He has a brick and mortar store. He's gone through his phases. And then we're going to have Parker Evans, a great friend of all of ours. He is the hardest working pressure washer, window cleaner that you'll ever see. He owns Clear Cleaning, and he's going to talk about his struggles. He doesn't have a brick and mortar store, but he has a small business he's building from scratch. Him and his buddy are bootstrapping this company, and they're out there just hustling. So he's going to give some great advice about what he's learning and how he's building his brand and how he's kind of getting the word out there. So I think every episode is going to be great to just give value. So what we want to make sure is, in order for us to keep value, we have an idea what people want to know, but we want to hear from you. So as this thing grows, wherever this thing is we're doing, please comment, reach out to us on the direct message, on the comments. We'll put an email up in a little bit. Just to let us know, hey, here's the kind of struggles I'm having. I would love to have somebody on to talk about that because we have relationships with attorneys and CPAs. So we're going to have an attorney on shortly talking about, hey, here's some of the legal things you need to work out and make sure you've done in your business. We're going to have some CPAs helping us go, hey, here's the tax benefits of what you need to be doing and how you should do it, which kind of lies in perfectly with what actually Wynn's going to talk about today. So, I'm ready to get excited about getting him on here and kind of adding that value. And I will tell you what he provides. If you are a small business owner who had or has W-2 employees, so not contract, but W-2, and you were impacted by COVID, which I think that's everyone, he can help. And I don't want to steal his thunder. And I know there's a short video we have. Oh yeah. It's like a 1.5 minute video that's going to kind of give a little explanation of what it does. And then we're going to bring him on to kind of talk more about it. But I think that if you have a friend who has a small business, share this. When you see this either live or when we share this later on, share this, tag your business owners. I guarantee you, if they have a small business, they're going to want to listen to this and find out how this program, I think it's called the ERTC, Employee Retention Tax Credit. Yep. And here's the thing about it. What I've learned already from Wynn, there's a lot of stuff out there that no one knows about. I hate to say it, but the government isn't just going to give you the money. They want you to find it. Well, that's what his job is. So I'll let Jesus continue.
Yeah. I'm put that in the video, but he's right. I mean, it's wrong to say that they're going to, let us find it, but it's good that there's civilians, there's friends that they're out there that they're doing this work for us to be like, hey man, I want to help even farther, because if the government is just throwing this money, but you don't know where to get it, where to find it, and I know why not? And it's grants, it's money that you don't even have to pay back. Why not? And like you said, COVID hit everybody. You actually need it, but I'm not even gonna talk about it. That's all him. But let's
play the video.
Let's play video
and give you about a 1 minute break and check it out.
Gotcha. Get yourself some water or coffee. And we are back. I hope that you paid attention to the video, and it's okay if you didn't. This is gonna be reshared. It's gonna be everywhere. So when you're able on your time to be watching the first show, the first business support network, I mean, you're gonna love it. Trust me. But hey, we're ready to get Mr. Wynn inside here.
Let's bring Wynn, the man of the hour. The guy's got some amazing information to share. So,
hey, good morning, Mr. Wynn.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, welcome, man. Welcome to the show,
Excited
man.
to be on here.
Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me here. It's definitely an honor and privilege.
Thank you for what you're doing. I know you've already helped a few businesses in the Houston area that I sent, and I know that you have helped a lot of people. So, we just played the video. So I guess kind of what I would like to find out is, kind of explain a little bit about what you do and how long you've done it, and then why should we listen to you?
Sure. Yeah. So we're a boutique tax credit consulting firm based in California. Been doing this for the last 5+ years, and really with everyone, we had to pivot during COVID, right? And so what we did was we pivoted toward COVID consulting. Okay, so do you remember how back when the pandemic first hit, there's so many changes, there are programs coming out, the PPP, for example. It seems like every other day there's new rules were changing, right? And so we were fortunate enough to understand and learn and get with the program and understand how everything's changing. And so we were helping businesses, especially for not the application part, because that was easy, right? But it's really the forgiveness aspect of it. And so
I like to say something. I have a small business. We had a construction company as well as a marketing firm, which is where my passion is.
Right.
We went through that process. I wish we had someone like you to help us go through because it was just so you know, as easy, quote unquote, as they said that made the PPP stuff was. It wasn't that easy. It was still you still had a lot of stuff. You can ask my wife. She had to deal with that on a daily basis, so she kind of ran it. It wasn't fun. So I wish we would have had you then. So I'm glad you helped a lot of businesses that way.
Yeah, definitely. And so we definitely have been able to help small business owners, for example, who could not secure PPP funding themselves through the first round and even the second one. We stepped in and we were able to get it for them.
Awesome. Well, tell me about this the ERTC. Where does it? Tell me more about that.
Yeah. So to give you a little background, it came out at the same time the CARES Act did, right? In March of last year, and the same time that the PPP was created. Now, as we had said in the video, you can only do one or the other, and so most people, for good reason, chose the PPP, right? But this is, to me, I liken this to Luigi in Super Mario Brothers, right? So you got Mario and Luigi. But why does only Mario gets spotlight? Well, that all changed last year at the end of the year when our president, as one of his last acts as president, made it retroactively possible for PPP borrowers to go back and claim this. I call it a tax rebate, okay? Because really you spend money on payroll first, and then you get a rebate on the money that you spend. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, and again, it's worth up to $33,000. It's just every time I think about it,
is that like total, or is that like per employee? What is that 33,000
per employee? What? That's the potential per employee.
So you're telling me if I had 2 employees, that's $66,000
potentially? Yes.
Wow.
Potentially, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so if a business had 10 employees, so you said it's all. Is there a cap on it? I mean, there's got to be some kind of limit, right?
It's the crazy part. There's no cap on it.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I wish I'd have had 10 instead of my 1099 people. I would have
W2s.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. So tell us some more about, if you don't mind, put it on the screen. I think there's a couple of comments or a couple of things about it. So you said 33,000, and then what's the what kind of businesses can qualify for? Give us a good idea.
Yeah. So virtually all businesses really can qualify because this is a COVID relief program, right? But I would say the best industries are restaurants, just because of the way that the law is written. Okay, so there's two ways
bars
to qualify.
Too. Bars and restaurants too. There's a limit.
Sorry, anything with any establishment that has a indoor dining component to it. Sit down indoor dining serving component to it for sure. And then because that's again the way that the rules were written. It's a slam dunk. Basically, it's very easy to qualify for the duration of the pandemic. Okay. Otherwise, for most other businesses, we'll have to look at a revenue reduction. That's the other way to qualify. So way number one was if your business was impacted directly as a result of government mandates by. Yeah.
So let's say that I have a restaurant. We know they were impacted. But let's say I own I'm a dentist. I'm a chiropractor, and I have employees that have 10 employees that I work, but we were shut down for 3 months, and then business never really got back up because all the restrictions that happened all over wherever. Is that as long as that so those qualify too?
Yeah, so definitely, yeah. So we'll have to go through the analysis. But yes, definitely, based on that scenario, definitely has a good chance of qualifying. In fact, that's
So
what
you said analysis. So did you already? Is it like a lot of question answer stuff, or is it kind of what's your process? How do we find out more about actually if my business can qualify for it?
Yeah, so a great question. So that's why we built a simple kind of screening tool or screening quiz, right? In fact, I think it's going to be up there for you to click on. Yeah, so all you have to do is take, like the video said, take 47 seconds and answer some simple yes/no questions. Okay, and it'll basically you will know whether it's this program is worthwhile for you to look into or not. Yeah, and from there there will be calls to action to book a time on our calendar so that we can walk you through the details, do the a more detailed analysis to get to an estimate as to a number, a ballpark number as to how much you might qualify for.
Okay, let me ask you this, and this is just from a business standpoint. I'm a small business owner. I don't have employees right now, but like I said, I do have some. And I went out of business that COVID shut me down, but I was open for 9 months. But I just am I able to get some help from that?
Yeah. So even if you've permanently shut down, right? So we've helped lots of restaurants, for example. They fought their hardest to stay alive, right? But unfortunately, they had to throw in the towel. April of this year or March of this year. Yeah, we were still able to whatever they could, as long as they had W-2 employees, right? And so even those who worked one day and quit on them, or part-timers, full-timers, doesn't matter.
So, I mean, I would think, and just from a 5,000-foot view, that if you were able to do that and this business could get 30, 40,000, whatever it was, if they could, they actually make it come back again. They actually could maybe open the business up. Is that happening? Is that, I'm assuming that's what I would do.
Yeah.
If I get this influx of cash that allowed me to continue, I would open back up. So I think you would have an insurgent of business. Is that happening? Have you seen that around?
Yeah. So unfortunately, the lead time for getting this credit, for the most part, is a long time. The IRS is super backed up. Realistically, it's looking at 6 to 9 months. Okay.
Is there a way to shorten that? Do you have any other way? So, like, say I want to do it, but is there a faster way to how will we do that faster if I could?
Yeah. And so for select businesses, we're able to get them. I call it, of course, everybody needs to get in line, get a number, get in line. Right.
So don't wait. In other words, don't wait till next week. Do it today. So that way you're okay.
Because the crazy thing is, first of all, there's no budget set for this.
Oh, really?
That I'm aware of. Yeah. So it's running out of money is a very real.
You never know what's going to happen. So get in there.
Right. Okay. So getting that in first, but then as you're saying, yes, there's a way to get in what I call the VIP line. Okay. Yeah. And that will shorten it'll shorten your wait time to, instead of several months, now it's down to several weeks.
Is there a what I would like to say in Disney a fast pass way? Right. I'm just asking from is there a way? Hey, here's a a shortcut. Is there another way, or is VIP the fastest?
That's right. So for as long as certain criteria are met, and yes, then it's possible to realize the benefits right away within the same week and the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
To begin, not the entire benefit, but yes, you're able to
get something.
I
would think a business, even if it took 6 months, from a business perspective, if I knew I had X amount of money coming 6 months from now, I would start negotiating, getting space again, starting my business over again, or finding a way to add value and create another business. So I think that's a really cool value that you're providing is yes, we're going to help you because you were impacted, but we could have an increase in businesses because of it. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah. So let me ask you, if I had to get paperwork involved, kind of like, let's say I'm going to go through and I think we're going to post up in a few minutes a screenshot because there's a quick way to get to the quiz. And we're going to share that in a second. But if I were to get, what paperwork would I need to make sure I had ready to go so I can go ahead and start getting my paperwork together?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. Just need the 941, the quarterly payroll tax reports, right, from last year, 2020, as well as this year, everything we have to date. The payroll detail reports, which will help us determine which employees are going to be eligible for how much, and then understanding your PPP details, because we definitely don't want to double dip. If you got a PPP, then that's not the wages used to pay with forgiven PPP funds,
right?
Not be then double dip to claim for this tax rebate.
Now, this is something that I don't even know if it's possible, but if they don't have, if a business owner doesn't have a wonderful wife like I do that does all this stuff for me, do y'all help out? Can you help guide me through that process and kind of make sure I help get the paperwork?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a lot of what I call business owners who are very good at what they do, but not so much in front of a computer, right? Because that's not their thing. And so we make it. We walk them through the entire process. So if they've never used Zoom, we'll help them do that, or we try to minimize the effort as much as possible. Whether it's they take photos of the reports if they don't have it, and take photos of the reports and send it to us, text it to us via the phone, no problem. As low tech or whatever tech they're comfortable with, we will work with them with that. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate that.
What do you mean about double dip?
Well, because if you explain that more, so you mentioned double dip, and I have an idea what you're talking about, but kind of give a generic, what do you mean by that?
Yeah. So, for example, a business owner got a PPP last year in May, for example, right? And so they probably used that right away to pay for whatever they needed to, payroll, rent, utilities, right? So and let's say for the sake of argument, that was forgiven, okay? And so those monies that were used to pay for payroll, let's say in May and June of last year, okay, we cannot then go back to claim for this tax credit or this tax rebate for the months of May.
Because for the PPP, from my standpoint, it was like 2.5 months worth of money they would give you, and they did it twice. So essentially, it's almost 5 months worth of income or loans they would give you as a business owner. But after that, but remember, it's been 6 months, a year. Yeah. It's been 1.5 years. It's been almost 2 years. Yeah, it's true. So it lasted longer than it's still lasting all over the country. So it's still actually impacting businesses today. So think about this. The government thought, okay, here's 6 months worth of funds, quote unquote funds to survive. Y'all should be okay because all this should be gone by now. Well, that didn't happen. So, and that's why I think people like Wynn are important, because there's still the rest of the monies that, I know businesses, I know personally our construction company pretty much just fizzled away because we just couldn't, we couldn't self-fund it anymore. And that's why the marketing firm kind of flourished, because that's where my passion was. So, and that's just me and my business partner. So it's an easy process, but several businesses were in the same boat to where, okay, I can't continue, or I need another 6 months because I've still been hurting for 6 months. Right. So, and am I correct in that explanation, Wynn?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then I just want to share that our typical claim is, I would say for a small business, a typical claim is going to be right around the size of their PPP if they got one.
Okay.
And if they didn't get a PPP 2, I always say congratulations. That's your consolation prize. That's yeah. If you didn't get it, if you were this short because you didn't meet the 25% revenue reduction criteria for PPP 2, for example, you're in luck, because you're going to get a whole lot more because of this program. Yeah. By the way, I believe I shared with you some graphics about the size of the checks that
I do.
And this was he sent that to us like yesterday, and we were blown away, because I'm always about I believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
But I trust Wynn, so I'm already a believer. Right. But other people may not know him because it's the first time that you've heard of this program or of him. And show some. Do you have some?
Oh yeah. Watch.
I was blown away with how much money he got back for these businesses.
Y'all can see on the other side, guys. Look, this is not fake. This is nothing that we just going out there and because people are always gonna say that.
Yeah.
Oh, you went and find
So how much is
No.
I can't see my
That one is whoa, is that? How much is that one?
$260,273.60.
now give me an example. What size business was that? Because that's a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah, so this was this is one of two family-owned restaurant entities, Mexican restaurant entities. Okay, you see that it's in Fresno.
So just a small local. It wasn't like a big franchise. It's a small.
No, it's
local.
not a franchise. Well, this restaurant has been around for a long time. Don't get me wrong, and they probably have between the two locations. In fact, yeah. So that's just one of their two locations. I had another one for 200,000. Yeah.
So they got. So hold on. Not to.
Yeah.
So they got $400,000 back, and it's
so far. No, that's just for quarter
and
two.
Still more.
Yeah, that's just for quarter two, my friend.
Oh my God.
We placed over 1.1 million for. Yeah, I'm still baffled.
I know. I'm like,
just not to interrupt, but so to get the impact, so people are listening. If they had this person has two restaurants, family-owned business, local place, two locations,
but they had over 100 employees. Okay, they are huge. Okay, don't get me wrong, they are huge.
Okay.
It's two, but still, it's two locations. It must be two. I've not seen it before. No, but it's
in California too, right? Yeah. So
yes.
Understandable.
So do you have any more? I don't know.
Oh yeah, look, there's another one.
More representative. Yeah, these are more your mom and pops. These are the sites check. Yeah. So the top one is
6,000?
Oh yeah. So that's the okay. The bottom one, 39,000. That's an Italian restaurant. Okay, mom and pop's Italian restaurant. The 27,000. That's again quarter two only. This is just part of the claim for a vegan pizzeria in California, and the other one is a seafood restaurant. 61,000. Quarter two. And that
we need to get you some Texas-based steak companies in your book here. That's what we need to get you.
Yes,
some burger joints. We have some of the best burgers around.
Yes.
So basically, what you're saying is there's money out there, and you're providing. Can you give me an idea how much have you actually have you created so far in rebates? I guess how much have you done so far?
Man. We're north of 6 million right now.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
and these are all going to individual small business owners who had a dip in business, who had W-2 employees. Simply as that.
Yeah, that's right.
This is kind of one of those things. If you're breathing and you have these other two, so it's not like a lot of hurdles. And any hurdles they have, you're going to walk them through it to make sure that it's not like chaos like the PPP stuff was with some people.
That's right. Yeah, and then as you know, Ken, I'm all about philosophically we're all about taking care of our clients so they barely have to lift a finger. So everything, we don't make them print anything, fax anything, right? Everything's digital. Yeah. So we'll have them e-sign. We'll print it out for them. We'll mail it out. We'll track it. We do all that so they don't have to. It's white glove. So
let me ask you this. So I know that you're in California. We're in Texas. Is this anywhere? So any business in the U.S. So if I've got a cousin who's got a place in Austin, or somebody's got a place in Colorado. So if I've got people out there that I know that have small businesses that were either shut down or about to shut down or that were impacted, they should reach out to us and find out more about this. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
That's wow.
Right. Look, I have one more picture. Look. And that's for the people. Like, look right there. It's mailed to you. It's right there. That one's 74,000.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I know that would have helped our business. And like I said, because the money that the government gave all businesses in the beginning for the PPP was really just enough for any business to survive for only 4 months.
That's true.
And then there was nothing that was done again to help small businesses to survive the rest of the year. And I think this is something that can actually fill that gap. And let me ask you this, because I didn't hear about it until we've known each other for a while. Then you brought this up. Hey, Ken, this is something that's happening. Did you know? And I was a business owner, and I knew about everything that I could do because I was searching for stuff. How do I survive? This wasn't out. So why is it? Do you think, your own personal opinion? No government, no political.
Sure.
Why is it, and why haven't people heard about it? And then how did you even come up with this? And first, how did you find out about it? I guess is a good way to.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to my analogy of Mario and Luigi, right?
Yeah.
So why is it called Super Mario Brothers, right? So because Luigi is also, he deserves some attention, right?
He's
So
a brother.
Yeah.
he's a
I
brother,
mean,
right? So
his brothers.
PPP, yeah, because I liken to Mario to PPP, right? Because they were both born out of the CARES Act in March of last year. Now, most people went with the PPP. I would say 90+% went with the PPP for good reason, right? Because one, it's a loan application that most people could fill out themselves, right? As opposed to with the ERTC, it's a tax form that most people would rather not fill out themselves, right? That's number one. But number two, and the most important thing was because you could only choose one, PPP was money upfront, right? You apply for it, you get it within a few weeks or so.
Yes.
Something like that. Okay. Whereas this tax rebate, you got to dole out money you didn't have from your pocket, right? And hope after several months down the line that the government will subsidize you afterwards. Easy decision, right? Of course, you're going to go with the PPP. So that's why the media, whoever it is, that's again my guess, didn't cover the ERTC as much until, like I said, the rules changed on December 27th of 2020. Okay, when you can do both, and this became bigger. And so at the time, some of the referral partners, this is in early January, right? So called me up and said, "Hey, Wynn, have you heard about this employee retention tax credit?" I said, "No, right? What is this?" Right? And so it took me a while too to really appreciate or comprehend that this is a rebate on the entire wages. I thought it was first rebate on the payroll tax portion,
Right?
Employer, FICA tax portion, right? So, I mean, that made more sense. I was like, how could it be 70% of the entire? It's a 70%
I
rebate.
get so excited, I'm hot over here. Sorry.
Yeah, and then went online. The IRS, that's what the IRS websites are saying. It's true. Yeah, and then let's realize there's a huge opportunity out there. Yeah, because if
Well,
we hadn't heard
I
about
think that I can see why they didn't do it, but at the same point, I wish that this would have been available as in knowledge because you could have planned better. Now I think what you're doing, I think what I'm seeing from businesses that I've referred to you and I've mentioned to you about is they're in panic mode because it's like, okay, if I'd have known about this, I would have kept my employees on longer, or I would have done something different, right? Or I would have planned better. If I would have known this income was coming or this opportunity.
Right.
So you have this retroactive scarcity functionality that everybody's just trying to jump in and try to get it done. And then so they can, because if I was 6 weeks away from closing, I would be jumping up and down and do everything I can to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that this could become something of value. So I want to personally say thank you from what you're doing.
Yes.
And I know that you do a lot, and we're going to have you on more often because there's a lot of things that your firm does that can help businesses. And everyone hates taxes. Trust me, we all do that. But I love the fact that you aren't scared of them. So thank you. We've got CPAs and stuff, but guess what? CPAs need to support people like you. Yes. I know you actually work with CPAs on a daily basis because they know the codes, but you know all the intricate, all the cool stuff that happens that are more of a beneficial function that helps them be creative as a small business owner. And so I thank you for what you're doing with your firm. What Turnkey Solutions is your firm? Is that what you?
Correct. Yeah, Turnkey, right.
Yeah. And we're going to get more information about that as we go on. We're going to have you on more often. But I want to say thank you. So to wrap this up, is there anything you would, what's your last thoughts before you get off the call today for a small business owner?
Yeah. So I would say don't delay. Like I said, I don't know how long this program is going to be around. So definitely smash that link to get the screening quiz. That'll, like I said, take less than a minute to help you understand whether this program would be a good fit for you. And then we can take the next steps. Yeah.
Wynn, thank you so much. Do you have any questions for him?
Man, I know I didn't. No, I know that I didn't speak too much, but it's okay. I want to learn. Like, there's so much stuff that we can educate others. That's why we're like, when we say we're in the age of education, we are in the age of education. We are in the age of information. But truthfully, we really need to put it out there for others to actually see it, and not only see it, listen to it if they don't want to see it, and be like, okay, I have a question. Who do I go for? Because everybody's on their mindset of like, I don't want to ask for help anymore. There's no help, because of this, what is becoming of a society. But truthfully, you cannot be scared. You're not alone. We're not alone. We have to.
We get people like you. And Wynn, I
Yeah.
thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Today. And I hope that you, I know you got a growing staff. I know you keep adding employees
Yes.
because this is a process that's growing. So we're about to put on the screen how they can find out more about the ERTC here locally, which are texting. So if y'all don't mind, if you're interested in finding out more, start the process, right? We've got a couple ways. One way is to simply text the word ERTC, Employee Retention Tax Credit. So the word, so text ERTC to the phone number 832-802-7381. So
Yes.
once again, text ERTC to 832-802-7381. We'll also have a link in the, when we share this, we post this, we'll actually have a link that goes straight to to find out more about it as well.
Definitely.
And so we'll have that. Plus, you can always reach out to Jesus or myself personally on direct message and say, hey, I didn't get it. Can you send me the link again? And we're here to help as much as possible. Wynn, thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much, bro.
Day.
Enjoy your weekend.
Wow,
guys. We're still live, and this is just the beginning.
Well, I look at this and what I look at, what I've always done is built relationships with smarter people than me, which isn't very hard. So Jesus does the same thing. We align ourselves with business owners who are really good at what they do and that can add value. So now what we're trying to do is add those values that they provide to you, our business owners. And so I provide a marketing expertise. I've done marketing for 25 years. My wife and I keep talking about how long I've been in sales and marketing. It's actually 25 because I forget I'm about to turn 50. I don't think I'm that old. So to me, I've only been doing it for 10 years. No, it's been 25 years worth of complete sales and marketing. So my value is just sharing my knowledge. We own a marketing firm called Sensible Marketing Solutions. We are a more technology-based solutions providers. We have text message marketing, which you're about to experience. We have website design. We have lead generation. We have all these different things that help small businesses. But more importantly, I have what's in my head. 25 years worth of stuff that can help. And so part of my passion is to just share information to others. What kind of Facebook post should you do? What should my Facebook look like? What kind of tips, should my website have on it? Because everything's changed, not just over the last 5 years, but over the last 2 years. COVID has shifted a lot of stuff in marketing. How you think about marketing, how you think about business, how you think about retention. How do I build a list from people? How do I engage? All that's changed in the last 2 years. So if you're an expert of what you do, which is a plumber or an insurance agent or a realtor or a restaurateur or a coffee shop person, whatever it is, let people like me handle the stuff that we're experts at. You're not going to get my 25 years downloaded in your head. I'm never going to know how to fix my sink. Trust me, I've tried a couple of times. It doesn't work. I can't make a cup of coffee to save my life. So I don't do it. I lean on my network of people. That's why Jesus and I, we connected because, and just so you know, I always want to call him Jesus, which I know is awkward, but that's how you spell it. So yeah. It's the me. So anyway, I call him Jesus all the time. Anyway, but the reason why we partner because he has this skill set of podcasting, vlogging that I don't possess, and so there's value. So one tips I'll always say: if you're a business owner, surround yourself with people who are better than you, and find people who are stronger at what other things that you're weak at. If you do that, you're going to build it. So that's what this whole small business support network is. It's us supporting each other, and we want to get you involved. So if you're a small business owner, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you on, talk about what you've learned in your environment. We'd love to have a realtor come in and talk about commercial real estate or just about selling homes, finding out more. We'd love to have a chiropractor come in and talk about what you can do to help with adjustments and stuff. I could use a little backtracking myself and a little twist. I know my wife could too. So we're not limited to a certain, we want all businesses who have something they've done that they're passionate about to come in and talk about it and also share what they've learned. If you're a business owner, once again, please let us know if there's anything we can help you with. Give us a question. Hey, I've got this question. I've got this question. I've wanted to find out about this. Let us know what you want us to talk about. And we're going to bring value it's probably every other week. on Saturday, 11 o'clock is our goal.
Mhm.
We have all October's already booked, so now we're working on November. So we're gonna have some really cool things coming up. But this is for you. This isn't just so you know, we don't make money from this. This is just our time hanging out and seeing what we can do to provide value. My wife's actually in other rooms spending just hanging out with, waiting for me to get done because we're passionate about helping others. So that's our goal, and that's what we're here for, to help. So we hope that the ERTC plan program can help you as a business owner. I believe it can, because I know it's helped some of the businesses that I've personally worked with. And if you have any questions, we're here for you of that, of course. And I just want to make sure, I want to say thank you, Jesus, for one, allowing me to be a part of this journey that we're about to take. And also happy birthday, of course.
Oh, thank you. Yay. I'm turning 21, remember?
21. Yes.
Isn't it funny? I'm turning 36, but I mean, it's a
Such a
number,
puppy.
right? It's just a number. Like I always see, I like you turning 50, and I know other people that are 55, and it's just a number because they tell me, hey, I'm just starting the startup. I'm starting my business at age 55, and I'm learning from
Well,
younger
I
people.
believe what Colonel Sanders didn't come until
60.
65 or something like that. So, hey, we got time.
There's time.
So don't wait, don't hesitate. And the stuff that, if you're hesitant to learn something, that's what this podcast is for us to get people that can give value to you, so you can answer questions and grow in a very organic, holistic way. We're trying to do this on a organic way. So what we mean by that is, instead of us spending money and charging people to come in so that we can advertise and build our brand, we're asking you, our 1 or 2 people who are watching now, and the tens and hundreds of you who will watch later, we hope, to share this. Please share this post. Anytime you see something about our Small Business Support Network, just share it, because you never know who's going to see that and what business could be impacted by what you're sharing. So just a simple share is all we ask you to do. So when you watch this in replay, please share it. Direct message us if you have any questions. Obviously, we'll be sharing this on his personal page now. I'll share it on my Sensible Marketing Solutions page. Plus, we'll share it personally. But we hope to add value to your life, and that's what our goal is. And I actually, before, one of the goals we want to have is every session is to talk about a nonprofit, to bring some awareness to a local nonprofit. So there's a couple things going on. One is a good friend, Parker Evans, is doing a blood drive. It's going to be October the 1st. We're going to post information about it on our pages but it's going to be October the 1st on a Friday, which is a couple weeks, at the Perfect Latte off of Grand Parkway. So come on out there. We're going to have some cool door prizes that you can win. I think Parker's giving away like a $250 power washing, which I'm going to definitely give blood so I can get a benefit in that. I know that Perfect Latte is going to give away free coffee for certain people. I know that Water Tree is going to give away some free water, some 5-gallon water jugs. I know that we're all going to be a part of this and helping out. So make sure you come out there. And then what's near and dear to Jesus is, I want to make sure that we mention his nonprofit that he always is building every single day. So if you don't mind, tell us a little about your nonprofit and your passion.
Yeah. The name of the nonprofit that I created is the Kidpreneurs Visions Foundation. And I focusedly totally put all eyes on them, because the kids are the future. And like a lot of you probably don't know my story. I'm not going to get into it today, but
we'll do that later.
But I see, like, when I see the kids, I see my daughter in them. So it gives me more energy. So I said, man, I need to start this so we can actually have our eyes on them and help them. Us, as we being a grown-up entrepreneur, they have a mindset of their own that they want to become a kidpreneur, but they see it through other kids, but they don't have the means to it. Or how can I reach?
Well, think about this. I think when he mentioned the nonprofit to me, I envision. I'm a big vision guy, and I see. Here's what I would love to see. I see a vision to where these kids are following and mirroring and interning and doing apprenticeships to small businesses owners. Going to, hey, I want to be a chiropractor. Great. Let's jump in with our chiropractor, who's a part of our network, and follow him, shadow him for a week and learn about that. That'd be cool. And then also, as they grow, they support each other. Having a kid who wants to have a lemonade stand, have his little stand sponsored by, some business that's going to help him and mold him and give him or her advice about what to do and how to market and things like that. So I think there's an amazing opportunity that we can do. So we would love if you're a business owner and you want to participate in our world of nonprofit support, let us know. We're actually building something that we're kind of not ready to talk about yet 100%, but we are building something powerful. And what that is simply going to be is all I ask, if you're a nonprofit, you run a nonprofit, or you're a business and a nonprofit's near and dear to you, contact us. And we'll tell you all the details, but it's going to be something powerful. We are focused on Fort Bend for now, but we're also going to build this all over. So we want nonprofits that are locally ran and put money back and support back into the local community. So that's kind of our goal. So let us know. We're here to help that function. But I know Kipreneurs is one of those that we're going to definitely go behind.
This next weekend, I'll start the Kipreneurs Mastermind. I'm so excited about that, dude. And I already reached out to some of the parents, and the kids are already excited. They thought it was this weekend. I said, no, kids. It's my birthday weekend.
Yeah, we got to
make it next weekend.
Yeah,
but awesome. To me, knowing that they reached me, the kids, because I got that relationship with the parents, that bond. They're like, hey, the kids are reaching you, and they're ready for it. And that makes me like, it makes me cry, dude. It makes me happy to know that they see in the vision, that the parents saw the vision of what it's going to become, that the bigger vision is to have their own building with the name Kipreneurs Vision, that's their home.
I think that's awesome. I love passion. I love that. And they say, if you do your passion, you never work a day in your life. And that's your goal. So we're here to help y'all. We're here. We hope you get some value. We appreciate the 1 or 2 people who watched. We're going to grow that to double. We would love to have 5 people next time. Let's double it every month that we every show we're on. And please share this as much as you can. Let us know how we can help your small business in any way possible, whether it's in marketing or creating a podcast. We've got some really cool things. Podcasting, I would say podcast/vlog, because I'm still, and he's teaching me all the stuff that I need to know. Oh, yeah. But simply what I know from a marketing standpoint, content is king.
Yes. You
got to have something to talk about and show that you're out there building stuff. So having a podcast or a vlog at your office talking about how you're supporting the community and what you can do to help businesses or or a restaurant. I would love to have you make your favorite dish on live camera, and then we share that, and we get some samples. That's
we're gonna have that.
That's part of the goal. So so if you're interested, if you're a restaurant, you want to, like I said, this is your world. We're just trying to add value and see where God takes this journey, and that's what we're trying to do. And is always let God lead us. I hope that that's my mindset. Yes. My shirt is, like I said, is built on faith.
Built on faith.
And this is and that's what we're here. So the faith that we can provide value, and the faith that God's leading us in the right path, and the faith that we're all doing the right thing is all you can have. So,
and big key of community, man.
Community is all. Man. That's it. Because together we can do anything.
It's power right there, man. And local, because like he said, we're starting in Fort Bend, but it's gonna start locally in Houston, everywhere. And then that's the big vision, because me and him see the vision. We are visual, like, how did you say it? Like, we can actually...
Yeah, we can visualize the future and what our future is. And that's what we're here for. Yeah. So one point of advice, if you can, spend your money with local businesses, local owners, local restaurants. Obviously, I love big chains. I can't help going to McDonald's every now and then. But if go to your local business, the local can support local, because that's going to be about 80% of the money that's earned, made in local businesses or put back in the community. So all of us will flourish together. So thank you so much for your time that you gave us today. And I hope you share this and get some value out of this.
Thank you, guys. And we see you next. And do not miss it, because the next guest is another phenomenal guest.
Han Wynn. You're going to get a lot from her. I'm looking forward to having her. She does so much. If you don't know her, you're going to get to know her. In her location, Perfect Latte is the community connector. So we have multiple meetings there, like every week. We have our networking meetings there. We're all about having that. So she's about giving back to the community. So definitely wait for that. And that's going to be October the 2nd.
Yep.
And then she'll be there. But obviously between now and then, go see her, go say hi, get some coffee, some pastries, and the peanut butter banana smoothie with chocolate shots is what I get.
Oh man, I need to try that. I think I want to try the strawberry and mango. But I loved it. And trust me, around the way to October the 2nd, I'm going to start sharing those pretty cool videos where she's like, that guy, whoever created it.
Yeah, she has one of the best videographers ever. And we'll maybe have him on at some point, because he does some great stuff.
Yeah. It makes me, when I see that, it's like, I want more coffee.
That's the go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. God bless.
Enjoy your weekend. God bless.